Government moves to strengthen payroll integrity, public service accountability. From the foreign scene, death toll rises amid unrest, youth protest in Nepal. I am Oyuni Ayinigara. The Ondo State Executive Council has approved the transfer of the University of Medical Sciences UNIMED Teaching Hospital Complex in Akure to the Federal University of Technology, Akure Futa, to serve as its College of Medicine and Teaching Hospital. Briefing journalists after the council meeting presided over by Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Banja Japa, explains that the move follows President Bola Tinubu's approval for Futa to establish a College of Medicine and a teaching hospital. They said the Akure Hospital Complex will now be ceded to the federal government to serve as Futa's main medical sciences facility. Also at the press briefing, the Commissioner for Agriculture and Forestry, Leia Akinola, announced new measures to protect farmers from import of the European Union Deforestation Regulation EUDR, which bans crops cultivated from deforested areas. It said the government has approved agroforestry practices across selected forests while ensuring preserved areas remain. On the spot, the Commissioner for Information, Ido Wajanako, clarified that each cabinet member has been directed to nominate a road project in their respective local government areas to impart communities directly. The Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Amidu Takuro, said the Council also ratified the appointment of His Royal Highness Joseph Ilesomi as the monarch of Choson in Akoko South East Local Government area.
Memo was brought up today, discussed, and Council finally approved that the UNIMED Teaching Hospital Akure Complex be ceded to federal government for the purpose of using it as Federal University of Technology Akure Teaching Hospital for effective takeoff. The staff of the hospital, the equipment, infrastructure, C of O will transfer alongside the C of O to the federal government. They will now become staff of the Futa Teaching Hospital under the federal government of Nigeria.
It does not want a road that will lead to anybody's house. It's not a road that will lead to your backyard, but a road that will make an impact in any community that is nominated. A road that will make an impact to the people of Ondo State and to the people of that community, and indeed to the government of Ondo State, and especially for the public interest.
Ondo State Executive Council have approved His Royal Highness Oba Joseph Ilesami Bolanle as Onisosan of Sosan in Akoko South East Local Government area of Ondo State. From now, he has become an Oba, is already established too, and no controversy over his emergence as a cabinet of the community.
We have resolved that agroforestry will be practiced in most part of our forest, not all anyway. Some parts will still be left as a reserved area, while permission will be granted to some of cocoa farmers and oil palm farmers and some other farmers are planting arable crops in our forest so that we can meet up with this EUDR. The European Union says they want to know where these crops that we are selling to them where they are being produced. And that borders on mapping each of the farms in our forest.
Scholarships and bursaries remain one of the most powerful tools in shaping the future of students. By easing financial burdens, they create opportunities for academic success, innovation, and personal growth. In this report, our correspondent Nifemi Abayomi looks at how the Ondo State 2025 Scholarship and Bursary Scheme works, the requirement for access, and clears the air.
And scholarships play a crucial role in making it accessible. To keep the pathway open, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has recently approved 350 million naira for the 2025 Scholarship and Bursary Scheme. In 2024, bursary allowance were doubled from 10,000 naira to 20,000 naira per student, with 75,000 earmarked for students with disabilities and 100,000 naira for scholarship awardees. A clear sign of the administration's commitment to supporting talent. According to the Commissioner of Education, Professor Ibekele Ajigbefun, arrangements are underway to ensure prompt payment to over 12,000 Ondo indigenes in tertiary institutions across the country.
Mr. Governor had approved the money, but the department that is responsible for bringing up the students for the award, they are carrying out proper verification. Some of the schools, institutions, they had verified their students. The list we sent to them because we have a website where all qualified students are expected to register, but we still have to go to those institutions for the institution authorities to verify that this is our student. Truly, this student is in good standing. He has not been withdrawn, or she has not been withdrawn, and so on and so forth. So it is after that verification before disbursement can be made. So some of these schools have not verified their list. We are waiting for that. As soon as the verification exercise is concluded, they start to get their awards.
The Commissioner outlined the eligibility criteria and explained the stages each application must pass through before scholarship and bursary are disbursed.
All verified students who are indigenes of Ondo State that meet the requirement, for instance, for scholarship, there are certain requirements, certain CGPA, cumulative grade point average, that is their performance either in the university or that tertiary institution. So that level of performance is needed for a student to get scholarship. The second category is a bursary award. Students that don't have up to that level of performance that is required for scholarship. Then we also have financial assistance. So it's a large number.
The Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Student Affairs speaks on the challenges faced by students and the expectations of the government. He noted that while thousands benefit annually, many are still out because they are unaware of the opportunities available.
When you are asked to register, some will not even pay attention until the registration closes. So, what can you do? And sometimes, I can remember last year we gave extension twice for them to register. And like everybody knows, information is key. When you get information, utilize it. Make use of the information.
Responding to the rumor of extortion, I assure that the scholarship process remains transparent and free from any form of manipulation under the current administration. As the scheme expands, more students are expected to benefit in the coming years. By investing in scholarships, Ondo State is not only supporting education, but also building a generation of skilled and confident leaders. Oluwanifemi Abayomi, Osrc News.
You're still watching the news at 7, and after the break, we'll bring you more stories. Please stay.
The MTN Mega Billion promo is here. Dial star 900 hash and recharge 100 naira or more before 5 p.m. and you could be a millionaire. At 7 p.m., all cash prizes will be paid directly into your Momo account. Dial star 900 hash. Start recharging now and stand a chance to win big in the MTN Mega Billion promo.
Live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook at OSRC TV, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel OSRC TV. Ondo. The Ondo State government has clarified that individuals who staged a protest at the governor's office in Akure earlier today are not recognized teachers in the state service, but rather job applicants who fell victim to fraud. According to the Chief Press Secretary to Ondo State Governor Ebenezer Adeniyo, the protesters had allegedly paid money to scammers who deceived them with fake appointment letters purportedly issued by the State Universal Basic Education Board (SUBEB) and the Teaching Service Commission (TESCOM). The applicants had earlier stormed the governor's office in Alagbaka, Akure, demanding inclusion in the ongoing capturing exercise for newly recruited teachers in the state. Security operatives were deployed to maintain calm around the government house access. Still on education, the stakeholders in the state have welcomed the federal government's introduction of new subjects into Nigeria's primary and secondary school curriculum.
For decades, Nigerian school
artificial intelligence, journalism, robotics, programming, and the return of Nigerian history has been hailed as a bold step towards building a skill-driven education system. But there are also concerns about how prepared schools are, as the policy is set to take off in 2025-2026 academic session. Blessing Obi reports.
For decades, Nigerian school curriculum has centered mainly on traditional subjects such as English, mathematics, and the sciences. While this remain essential, experts say the system has trailed behind global trends, leaving students ill-equipped for the challenges of a fast-changing world. To address this, the federal government recently announced a comprehensive curriculum overhaul to begin in the 2025-2026 academic year. Under the new policy, subjects like journalism, programming, artificial intelligence, and robotics will be introduced, while Nigerian history returns as a compulsory subject from Primary 1 to GSS 3. School administrators in Ondo State see the reform as an opportunity for learners to acquire skills relevant beyond the four walls of the classroom.
In line with anything technology, so she loves it, and we started STEM. Our children can build websites. This robotic, I think she's already in it. Everything technology she's into. For example, we have camera all over the school. As you're coming, she'll just go there and see who is there. So all over, she likes everything technology because we are in era of technology. So whatever I know, everything is in place for her to introduce all of these things. Our students, even the holidays, they come for this STEM program every Tuesday. They are there with the man that is teaching them. We have a website built by the students.
So since we have a robotics lab in the school, so the ones they are making for us is innovation stroke technology stroke entrepreneurship. So I believe that before the middle of this session, we will be able to start our innovation. We will get some people that will be, although some people have been coming to train us, we have our laboratory and some NGO have been coming to train our students, but we want to have it as part of our curriculum in the school.
Chairman of the Academic Secondary School Administrators Ondo State Chapter, Tajuddin Balogun, applauded the initiative, describing it as a reflection of government's resolve to reposition the education sector.
It's a good development and it's welcomed by us, but what we are saying is how prepared is the federal government to make sure that this works out well. You want to look at power supply. Are we very efficient in it? The teachers who are going to teach these subjects in school, are they readily available? If you take that of journalism, for example, I wouldn't now know if you as a journalist would prefer to come and become a teacher in the school to teach journalism to you being a journalist in an outfit like this. So these are the challenges. Until government sits right and make teachers become one of the first-class citizens of Nigeria, it is still going to be difficult. But it's a good development and it is workable. Let's start it. In some schools, like in Ondo State, they have schools where they do robotics before. So we want to encourage others that they have it, but government to support these schools to make sure that they get it right.
However, some stakeholders warn that without adequate teacher training, upgraded infrastructure, and proper funding, the implementation could face serious challenges. Educationists maintain that if effectively executed, the new curriculum could empower Nigerian students with the digital skills and literacy needed to compete on the global stage. Blessing Obi, Osrc News.
Examinations. The federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to transparent, efficient, and accountable payroll management in the public service. Head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Mrs. Didi Esther Wilson-Chark, stated this at the Integrated Personnel and Payroll Information System (IPPIS) Steering Committee high-level meeting in Abuja. The head of the Civil Service of the Federation, who also serves as the chairperson of the IPPIS Steering Committee, noted that the Steering Committee, being the highest decision-making body overseeing the implementation of the IPPIS project, bears a critical responsibility. She said the decision taken by the committee will shape not only the future direction of the IPPIS platform, but also the integrity and sustainability of Nigeria's overall personnel and payroll management system. Wilson-Chark highlighted that the initiative is fully aligned with the Federal Civil Service strategy and implementation plan, specifically its digitalization pillar aimed at automating HR and payroll through the IPPIS platform to enhance accountability and eliminate waste. She added that these objectives are central to President Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, which demands a learner, more efficient government. Ahead of the 2027 general elections, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has indicated that 14 out of the 171 associations that applied for registration as political parties may have scaled the initial order of meeting its requirements. The Commission, in a statement by National Commissioner and Chairman Information and Voter Education Committee, Sam Olumekun, said the 14 associations were assessed on the basis of their prima facie compliance with the provisions of Section 222 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended Section 79 of the Electoral Act 2022 and Clause 2 of the Commission's Regulations and Guidelines for Political Parties 2022. Checks revealed that there are currently 18 registered political parties in the country. However, INEC stressed that for the 14 associations that scale the force order, registration is still subject to further verification. The developments could increase the number of political parties eligible to field candidates in the forthcoming general elections to 32. We'll take another commercial break. When we return, we'll bring you more stories. Please don't go anywhere.
The MTN Mega Billion promo is here. Dial star 900 hash and recharge 100 naira or more before 5 p.m. and you could be a millionaire. At 7 p.m., all cash prizes will be paid directly into your Momo account. Dial star 900 hash. Start recharging now and stand a chance to win big in the MTN Mega Billion promo.
Thank you for rejoining us. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control has intercepted counterfeit malaria medicines valued at over 1.2 billion naira in Lagos. The agency disclosed in a statement via its official X handle that its operatives raided a warehouse in the Ilasa-Oshodi area where 277 cartons of the fake Malamal Forte drugs were discovered. According to NAFDAC, the unregistered products were concealed in cartons labeled as diclofenac potassium 50 mg and illegally imported from Shanxi Tianyuan Pharmaceuticals Group in China. The consignment was falsely declared as spare parts to evade detection. NAFDAC's Director General, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, described the interception as part of a broader crackdown. She explained that the agency had intensified monitoring at ports and warehouses across the country, working with other security agencies to stop smugglers from flooding the market with dangerous products. The federal government has reviewed plans to commence the decarbonization of Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, who spoke at a stakeholders engagement on carbon emissions management at the airport in Abuja, said the challenges posed by climate change demanded decisive, concerted actions by stakeholders to embrace decarbonization. He suggested exploring group electrification of aprons and terminals, sustainable aviation fuel, SAF corridors, and waste-to-energy projects to reduce emission in airport operations. Also speaking, the managing director of FAN, Mrs. Olubunmi Kuko, said climate change posed a threat to global aviation industry with potential negative ripple effects on business and livelihoods if not properly managed. Kuko said FAN was committed to decarbonizing its operations through implementation of strategic measures. She added that the implementation of emission reduction measures for Lagos airports has commenced, adding that more actions will be considered in the reconstruction and expansion of the airport's terminal buildings. On the foreign scene, the government of Burkina Faso has announced the removal of visa fees for African nationals as a step to strengthen Pan-African solidarity and encourage the free movement of people and goods. According to the reports of the Minister of Security, Mahmoudou Sana, disclosed the policy after a cabinet meeting presided over by the country's military leader, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. He, however, clarified that travelers will still be required to submit an online application for approval before entry. Citizens of West African countries already travel to Burkina Faso without visas, while the move comes amid uncertainty over the country's status in the economic community of West Africa states. The death toll from Nepal's youth-led protests has climbed to 51 after authorities recovered previously unreported bodies. Police spokesman Dick Bernard G. Murray said the dead include an Indian woman, with casualties reported in Kathmandu were killed in prison riots, while at least 13,000 inmates escaped in recent days as unrest swept through the country's fragile detention system in the unrest, including Parliament, the President's office, and the Prime Minister's residence. Ebola cases in Congo rises as authorities race to contain spread of outbreak. Africa's top public health agency said the number of suspected Ebola cases in Congo's southern Kasai province have more than doubled in a week since a new outbreak was confirmed there. Runke Kolawole tells us more.
The number of suspected Ebola cases in Congo's southern Kasai province have more than doubled in a week since a new outbreak was confirmed there. According to African cases have increased from 28 to 68 in recent days. It has also spread from 2 to 4 districts, while the death toll currently stands at 16. Local residents expressed concerns on Thursday over the outbreak. The first in Congo in 3 years, man was confirmed to have been infected.